What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Magic Tower. Once again, the stupidest tower in the world with the most freaking floors in the world, and we have to climb all the way back up it once again just because they want to put some brand new heroes in the portal. I'm kind of mad about that because I hate the fact that Impossible's still 50 levels. Honestly, why they won't make it any less is just beyond me. I guess it is called Impossible, so yeah, I was going to say can't complain, but they did make the other one shorter. But I am kind of excited about the new heroes in the portal, at least one of them, and that is this dude. Because I absolutely love the base version of this hero, and I'm really stoked that they've released his costume. Like, I'm just going to go out and say it. Like, if he's anything like what I think it's going to be like, he's going to be an awesome hero. I'm really excited to have a close look at him today. And of course, we have a brand new hero from the Magic Carpet family, which is Agadh. And it kind of looks a bit like they've just thrown together a ninja with a like summary hero, like a surf ninjas. I don't know if you remember that movie. Yeah, they've just put him on a magic carpet, and like it does look a little bit lazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I know this guy's been kind of out for a while, so I don't think it's something that's kind of thrown together last minute, but it does look a bit lazy, as does the art for the other hero that's in here. I mean, Godfrey looks super lazy as well. I mean, he kind of just looks like a Disney character. Anyways, I'm not a fan of what's going on. I mean, you take these heroes, like this dude looks freaking insane, doesn't he? Dagger, and then this dude. So we know they've got the capabilities. All I'm saying is just don't be lazy. Ray does look dope though, I must say, but we're not going to go with Ray first. We're going to go with this guy first because I know I'm going to like Ray, so I'm going to start with the one that I'm completely unsure of. So Agadh, our newest hero from the portal for the Magic Family Heroes. He is a dark hero, as you can see. He's got like the whole freaking, he doesn't just have a carpet, I've just noticed. He's got the whole freaking half the castle coming with him, it looks like. So yeah, he is of the Magic Carpet family, of course, so they do get the flight momentum bonus. So basically, at the beginning of the battle, they get this thing called flight momentum. Every time they take damage, they lose a little bit of flight momentum, or at the end of every turn. And every time they cast their special, they gain a little bit of flight momentum. So what it does is that flight momentum gives them up to 35% increase on their mana generation, and up to 25% extra chance to dodge. So it's pretty frustrating on defense because they charge quicker and they dodge a lot. And it's pretty awesome when you're on offense because, of course, you charge quicker and you dodge a lot, which is cool. So dodge a lot. You like that. Okay, so class. Rogue class also gives him the chance to dodge a lot, which is awesome. He gets the Master of 8 on the Master Talent if you do go for that. So 20% chance to dodge special skill damage and 50% to the attacker if you go for the Master. It's not that huge, but I do like it. I think it does work, and it obviously works well alongside their family bonus as well. And then they get this all-important passive where they weaken Mega Minions. So enemy Mega Minions do have a negative 75% HP. Really good heroes for taking up against teams full of Mega Minions. Obviously, if you get like one of each of these heroes, I'd probably recommend spreading them across multiple teams and then going up against as many Mega Minions as you want, because they're not going to have that much HP to deal with. So it's cool. It's very strong. The family bonus is nice because it speeds them up. And obviously makes them a bit more survivable as well, as we've gone over. So the attack up ether talent, that's also decent. At the start of the battle, he's going to get 20% increase on his attack for 6 turns, which is solid at the beginning of the battle. And as far as stats are concerned, I mean, we're running 1222. It's okay that we're running 1222 because the portal that was released yesterday was running the same team power, so I'm not too mad at that. I'm still mad at power creep, don't get me wrong, but it's okay. It seems to have, not be skyrocketing right now. So 1343 on the attack, 1200 on defense, and 2084 in the health. With the rogue class, it's worth mentioning that it is the strongest class 4 attacking nodes on the talent tree of any other class in the game. So if you're looking for heroes that you can boost their attack, rogues are the ones that you want to do it on. So most of the rogues you're going to find are going to have higher attack stats, and he's no exception. So Agadh is at fast speed. His special's called High Altitude Ambush, and he deals 565% damage to the target. It's a pretty good snipe at fast speed. And then the target receives corrosive poison for 3 turns. The corrosive poison deals 134 poison damage and lowers the target's mana generation by 10% each turn. And it deals extra damage against heroes with mega minions or minions or mega minions. So we know they've increased that corrosive poison to include extra damage against minions and mega minions. And also it normally does do an extra effect. With this guy, it's reducing the mana generation every turn. The target can't revive their allies or themselves for 3 turns. That's cool. And then all buffs affecting attack, defense, and mana generation on the target are transformed into matching uncleansable ailments. Okay, so I think this is the first time we've seen the switch around with ailments. I just want to check if it works the same. Yeah, so it says transformed effects. So attack buffs, defense buffs, and mana generation buffs are transformed into negative 40% attack, defense, or mana generation for 4 turns. So even though it says matching, it's not exactly matching. It's 40%, but that is very strong. If you've got a boosted defense hero or an increased defense on a hero that you're sniping, then suddenly they're going to have negative 40% defense for the next 4 turns. So that can be cool. Pretty difficult to plan around. So I think with these ones, yeah, so we've had where they take all ailments on the caster and they revert them to matching buffs. How many magic heroes have we had by now? Like probably a couple. We've had Alyssa. She does flip them around as well. I do actually have Zaza, and she's good, but I mean, she hits for 620%, so it's a bit higher. And then she does the same thing with the ailments as well. And she boosts all of the allies' health by 26% of the damage she deals. So she is solid. And yeah, I think, oh yeah, we've had Lando as well. So he also flips the ailments on himself and on all allies. But it looks like with this guy, he's doing it to just the single target. So it says all buffs affecting attack, defense, and mana generation on the target are transformed into matching uncleansable ailments. So yeah, it's strong because he's a sniper. I don't think it would be as strong with like a hit all hero or a healer. If they're doing that to just a single target, it really has to be all enemies. But I think he can probably just about get away with it. We will give him that. Right, so overall, what do we think of this guy's special skill? Well, pardon me. I've already sort of noted that he is weaker than another fast speed sniper that we have in this portal, Zaza. So he's 565 damage to the target, where she was 620, but she doesn't dish out any corrosive poison. So he does. So the target receiving the corrosive poison for 3 turns, obviously that adds on to it. It says 134 poison damage. Let's have a look. It increases with limit breaks and emblems up to 193 poison damage, and obviously lowered mana generation by 10% each turn. Now, I would say that's really good. But there is also another hero that does a similar sort of thing in terms of poison damage. Not exactly the same speed, because she flips between normal and, well, fast and normal. Because, of course, I'm talking about Persa, who I thankfully do have. And she runs, her initial skill is at fast speed. So, I mean, first charge steals all dispellable buffs from the target, randomly distributes them on allies. She deals 450% damage to the target. So granted, it's less damage to the target, but the target then receives spreading corrosive poison, which deals 430 poison damage. So that's double, and lowers the target's mana generation by 10% each turn. And obviously you get the extra damage against minions and mega minions. So out of the two, I think I'd rather have her, because she does priority dispel, and not only dispel, but steal the dispellable buffs. I know we're comparing 2 completely different heroes, but I always think that if there's another hero that does the same thing, but probably better, then I would put less value on the brand new hero that's coming out in the portal, if you know what I'm trying to get at there. And that increases on her second charge, but we can forget about that because obviously it's, I mean, we can't really though, can we? Because it's 796 poison damage and lowers mana generation by 25% each turn, plus everything else, the resistance against insanity. All I'm saying is, dude's got some steep competition. So yeah, I like the hero. I don't think it's a bad hero at all. I think it's a good sniper. I like the passive and everything else. But I don't think that it's going to change your game completely. There are definitely other stronger heroes which are a bit more versatile. So not one that I would recommend chasing for, but you know, congrats if you do get your hands on it. I kind of put him as like an average grade. One thing I do think is cool, obviously, is the specifically you can target somebody that revives. So the target that you hit can't revive their allies or themselves for 3 turns. That can be very strong against heroes like Sable. You've got Astrid as well, who's super duper strong. Any other revivers that you're coming up against where you know they're going to go off, you can specifically target that hero. And you know that if you dead them in the next 3 turns, they are not going to come back. And if they go off, they're not going to bring anybody else back if you've already dealt with like half the team. I mean, how frustrating is it when you have, and then you get a hero bringing everyone back? So I think that's probably what most people are going to be out for using this guy for. And I think that he's going to be quite good at that one specific job, and a pretty decent sniper in other areas as well. So yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, really. Now let's move on to the other hero that is in the portal. Please, again, let me know if you are lucky enough to grab this guy. Let me know if you use him, and let me know what you guys think about Agadh. Right. Is that Agadh? Agadh. Yeah, it must be. Right. Anyway, let's move on to the man of the hour playing basketball with what looks like, and I've been playing a bit of Minecraft recently, so like it looks like one of those spawners with the zombies and stuff in. Like he's playing basketball with one of those basically. I mean, the fact that he's not got holes in his hand is, you know, just anybody's guess, but he is a magic hero. And I guess he has been playing, you know, with a fire basketball for the last however many years that he's been out now. Probably 2 years, I think. But yeah, he's one of the newer Magic family heroes. Obviously, one that I've used for ages. So I really do like the way that he works. I like his skill. And there's a lot going for this guy. And I'm pretty sure that they probably just upped the ante in terms of the costume. So he has been recently featured in the Fated. I'm not going to focus very much on the original version. I think we'll go straight in with the costume. So they have had a bit of a switch around in terms of the class. Sorcerer to Druid. I'm not too big of a fan of that because the Druid class doesn't really give him anything extra. Sorcerer class gives him faster mana gen, but then he's still super fast. Like it's easy to get him to his first charge within 2 tile matches. Magic family bonus. So for the bonus from 1, 2, 3 heroes, anywhere from 50 to 100% chance to cast plus 5% mana generation stack on a random ally when this hero casts their special. That's super strong. Obviously, stacks cannot be removed. Well, there are 1 or 2 heroes, I think, that can do it, but majority of heroes cannot remove stacks. So it's different than cleansable buffs. And the same applies for ailments. Stacks are much stronger than regular ailments. The costume bonuses obviously make his stats relevant. So he's running a team power of 1219 there, and 1222 in the costume, which is exactly the same as what we just looked at with the most recently released hero from the Magic Carpet. So we are definitely where we need to be in terms of the power. If you've leveled this guy and you pull his costume, it's a complete no-brainer. Just go ahead and max it. Yeah, so costume bonus will also give an increase of 1% on the mana gen, and then obviously the stats increases on the attack, health, and defense. So yeah, it's not going to change the world in terms of the mana gen, but his family bonus definitely will. Then he has this mana on special. So when the character casts a special, they also have a 60% chance to give 10% mana to all allies. This was 50% chance in the old version. It's now 60% chance to give 10% to all allies. Remember, the family bonus still applies. So if you've got 3 of these heroes, you're getting a 100% casting 5% mana generation stack on an ally. So you're increasing mana generation of an ally, plus you're increasing the mana on the special skill as well. And this guy's firing off every 2 tile matches. So yeah, it's awesome. I really like it. Stack on special, another passive. I mean, just look at all of the passives. It's just passive Vil, family bonus, costume bonus. It's crazy. Like, he's completely filled up to the max. You could not put any more passives on these heroes. So when the character casts their special, all enemies get negative 7% mana generation stack. That is a guarantee. Every time he casts, they're going to get negative 7% mana generation. Without the costume, bear with me, it is negative 5% mana generation. So that's a big increase. I know it's only 2%, but that's a big increase comparatively. And the stack can still get up to a maximum of 10. And if the special skill's fully charged, all enemies are going to get 2 stacks. So an enemy can have up to 10 stacks. So up to negative 70% mana generation. If you ever get there, it's completely game over. You can chuck as many tiles into the heroes as you want. They will not fire. That's not true. They will eventually fire, but you get my drift. And then he also gets this awesome passive where any enemy Mega Minions are going to have negative 75% HP. So far, pretty damn strong, except for the class. I wish they would have kept the Sorcerer class, but like, I can't have my cake and eat it. So let's move on to the special. So it's Thorn Slam Dunk. It was Blazing Slam Dunk. I'm not sure Thorn sounds better. So first charge, all enemies receive 645 burn damage over 3 turns. Let's see what this sucker can get up to. 906 burn damage over 3 turns. Okay, that's 300 burn damage per turn. That's very strong. On the old version, it would be 855. So it's definitely stronger than the old version. And then all enemies get negative 36% defense against fire for 3 turns. So he drops the defense, elemental defense, which makes him useful against Titans and, a bunch of other areas. Obviously, as part of a red stack is awesome. And the most important part, he dispels buffs from all enemies. And the fact that he dispels without hitting anyone makes it that much cooler, because he doesn't ever take damage from things like counterattacks and horrible nasties like that. He is susceptible to reflect, so he can get reflected the negative defense down and also the burn damage. But that's kind of a price that you normally would be willing to pay for that super fast dispel. The negative defense is increased by 2% as well. That's nothing really to write home about, but still awesome. And then on the second charge, all allies regenerate 1300 HP over 5 turns. So it's what, like 300 a turn, something like that, like nearly 300 HP per turn. And all allies get plus 60% attack against nature for 5 turns. So again, he's actually really useful against Titans, because you want to take, if you want to take another elemental defense down, you can also use him at his second charge, where you're increasing the attack against nature for 5 turns, and that can stack with a regular attack up stack. So yeah, you can kind of play around with him, see where he fits. I mean, for me, I don't tend to go that hard on Titans, but if you are one of these guys who do and you like to sort of play around with combos, that can be a really, really good combo as part of a stack. And he also cleanses status ailments from all allies. So you're really going to be living around charge 1 with Ray, but at charge 1, he is good enough to warrant everything else that he's got going on. It just works so well together. And having that super fast speed dispel on your team, plus giving the negative defense down and the burn damage on top of that, is awesome. You can also put him together with other heroes that increase the damage over time effect, and that's also super useful. The other thing I've just noticed now as well is the talent, or the ether talent, with the dodge. I'm not quite as big of a fan of that as I was of the ailment immunity. So there are parts about this hero that I'd rather have in the original version. But that being said, that extra 10% chance to give the extra mana to all allies, that's the difference often between charging and not. He can get, fast speed heroes to charge within those 2 tile matches as well, just by him firing off. So yeah, I like him a lot, honestly. Maybe I'm giving him too much props, but honestly, I don't think I am. If I pulled this guy, I'd absolutely level him in a heartbeat. So yeah, awesome hero. Both really good heroes, quite quick for both of them, and should be able to get you out of a sticky situation. Block and revive if you get him, and super fast dispel if you get him. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the brand new heroes in the portal. So Wingardium Leviosa. Good luck climbing the magic tower. If you are going to go for it, I hope that you enjoy it. If you don't, and if you just feel burnt out trying to get through all of those stages every single day, don't bother. After you get to the impossible stage, you don't really get that many coins for completing the stages anyway. And yeah, but I wish you all the best of luck if you are going to be fighting your way up to the top of that tower. I'm going to see how I get on. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the brand new heroes. Do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now, guys.